we've heard now is a good time to buy. A friend of mine told me that there is a new tax credit available for first-time buyers. Is that true? I thought that expired a while ago.
It absolutely is true. Delaware State Housing Authority recently announced the Delaware First-Time Homebuyer Tax Credit, which can help you receive up to $2,000 a year federal tax credits.
Oh, wow. That could really help us out.
Definitely. To learn more, check out the Delaware State Housing Authority website, destatehousing.com, or give them a call toll-free, 888-363-8808.
Thanks so much. That's great to know.
No problem, and good luck on getting your new home. Let's go to our next caller.
Brought to you by Delaware State Housing Authority, Delaware's key to housing in the first state since 1968.
Delaware 105.9. I did want to remind you that the weather was brought to you by Brumley's Family Park. Planning your family vacation? Check out Brumley's Family Park. They've got RV sites and campgrounds, beautiful ponds, waterfalls, biking, jogging, walking trails, and much more. And they're just minutes away from the Delaware beaches. Brumley's Family Park, where Route 1 and Route 5 meet. Give them a call at 684-5189. That's 684-5189. Still a few more weeks left of summer, thank the Lord. I don't know where the summer went so far. And I literally turned around and was talking to somebody on Wednesday, and like, you know, what day? I'm like, no, it's Wednesday, and they said, no, it's the 22nd.
Yeah, it's almost August. Once the fair is over, everything's right back into fair mode or fall mode. You know,
what?
I know. Last day of the fair. And
what happened?
Crops are on. Next thing you know, August zooms by and everybody's back in school and the same cycle rolls around again. Oh, yes.
But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? 839-1059 is the phone number. We were talking about sneaky storms. Storms that have snuck up on you in the past and maybe grabbed you and thrashed you about a little bit. You know, hopefully not too bad.
We had one didn't sneak up on us because they evacuated the island down the Outer Banks a few years ago. And when we came back in like 2.5 days when they reopened the island, the hotel that was about 6 up the beach had actually washed into the ocean. So
wow,
I was kind of glad I heeded the warning.
Yeah,
that was a little too close for
my. Get real tricky down there.
Everybody was complaining about how long it took to get out of the island, you know, because it is one road in, one road out, pretty much, and we made it safely. But I can see why they evacuated the island.
I had a friend of mine on the air a couple of weeks ago, lives down at the in Nags Head, and it was just a matter of if that storm went a little bit that way instead of this way, it would have flooded the entire interior area. But he stayed put for it. He says it wasn't bad, you know.
Right.
But it was a Category 1/2 when it went through his neighborhood. Before it came up here, well, it dissipated, and he went out to sea, and we got nothing out of it. That was what storm was that? That was the first storm that came by. But it's that time of the year. You know, they say it's going to be a quiet season, and so far, to be honest with you, it really has. They were looking at a storm that was coming across the Atlantic off of Africa, and that kind of just dissipated into nothing. So right now it's kind of calm in the Caribbean.
And you say our streak is intact? You said this is a 10th Saturday in a row?
If it does not rain today, it will be the 10th straight Saturday.
Saturday, right, I understand.
Sure. And I think 8 out of 10 of them were Saturday and Sunday.
You know, you're trying to jinx it.
I don't believe in that stuff.
Yeah, I don't either.
Besides, it's not a lucky rabbit's foot when you think about where it came from. It wasn't lucky to the rabbit. I mean, seriously. So I don't buy into any of that stuff. Jinxes.
I'm not talking about the rabbit's foot.
It's all the same thing, luck and superstition.
Yeah. Listen, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we've got Jim Weller and his show, Weller over Delmarva. I think that's what we're calling it this week. And,
it's easy for you to say.
He is going to be at the Big Red Barn in Ellendale. Big sale there, folks. Everything must go. So if you're in that neighborhood or if you're looking for some bargains, jump in the car and head on over to the Big Red Barn. I think they're going to be open until 2
All right.
believe, today.
It is a house of bargains. I'll give them that. I've been by there a couple times.
Yeah.
You can get stuff on the cheap. Good stuff on the cheap. Good value.
He'll be doing his show from 8 to 9 live from there. So if you want to stop over and say hello, you can rub his head for good luck, speaking of superstitions.
Now, that's one I believe in.
And as he said before, if you want to bring some food, that's always fine.
Yes, food's always welcome.
Stop at the Royal Farms, right?
There we go.
There you go. Pick up a 12-pack of
chicken, my friend, chicken.
Yeah, chicken or donuts or whatever, and bring them over. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Colin Walls is going to be with him today also.
Cool.
So you can listen to that from 8 until 9. And then we got the Money Guys from 9 until 10. I'll be back on the air from 10 until 11. And then our man Jarrett Morris will be here from 11 until 1. And later in the afternoon, Susan Monday's show, Sip and Bite, will be on from 3 o'clock until, I'm pretty sure it's 5. If you're interested in looking for a place to eat, she interviews some of the local restaurateurs and chefs in the area and talks about food and libations all over the listening area.
All the places I can't afford to go.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest with you. Maybe on a splurge, once or twice a year.
I can't even splurge.
Yeah,
it's the 1% places.
Yeah, money's tight at the Franster's house.
Yeah.
Too, so. All right, 7:58. Thank you, Uncle Norm.
Glad to do it.
Talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
I'll be around.
And I'll be back live at 10 o'clock. But stay tuned for Jim Weller. He'll be doing a show live from the Big Red Barn in Ellendale. Delaware 105.9.
Local news first on Delaware 105.9.
Good morning. It is 7:59. I'm Walt Marcus in the Delaware 105.9 newsroom. Maryland Natural Resources Police say a 64-year-old Salisbury man is dead following an apparent boating accident in Somerset County. Police investigators, as well as the Coast Guard, spotted the boat going around in circles on Friday. It was in the local waterways. The man was pronounced dead at McCready Memorial Hospital in Crisfield. The death is still under investigation, and the body has been removed to the medical examiner's office in Baltimore. Early this morning, Harrington police arrested a Dover woman for DUI. Police stopped 24-year-old Rachel Lamb on Milford-Harrington Highway for a traffic violation. Officers smelled the odor of alcohol and administered a field sobriety test. Lamb was issued a summons for DUI and failure to remain in a single lane, and then released. Well, the first town of the first state, WXDE Lewis. Good morning, it's 8 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Gary Nahn. The pain, the suffering of fighting Israel and Hamas. Palestinians today recovering their dead as the humanitarian ceasefire holds. Violence continued right up to the deadline, which began 7 hours ago. Palestinian parliament member Mustafa Barghouti says that Israel is not interested in stopping the fighting.
Hamas is ready for ceasefire. All Palestinians have been ready for ceasefire. It is Israel that is rejecting ceasefire.
Israeli government spokesman Mark Regev has hope that the talks underway in Paris now will result in an extension of the truce.
We do it because the people of Gaza are not our enemy. Our enemy are the people shooting those rockets into Israeli cities, the terrorists who are trying to kill our people.
Israel says 37 of its people have died in nearly 3 weeks of fighting, nearly 940 Palestinians killed. The French foreign minister has just called for an extension of the 12-hour ceasefire. Late word from Washington, the State Department says the U.S. Embassy in Libya has been closed, its staff evacuated amid growing violence in Tripoli. Mixing violence with a crash investigation in eastern Ukraine, a small team of investigators now looking for evidence for what brought down Flight 17. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips at the crash site.
The issue is who's in charge here. Any deal cut with the central government in Kiev has zero value here in an area it doesn't control. And as for the rebels who do control this countryside, they haven't been around this crash site for days.
Malaysia's prime minister going to the Netherlands on Wednesday, where he will discuss the crash investigation with his Dutch counterpart. In California, a scary wildfire flared a few hours ago east of Sacramento in Alamodar County. KOVR TV reporter Nick James.
This fire is burning north of Plymouth, and that the fire is drifting toward the north or northeast. So it does not appear at this point that the town of Plymouth is threatened. Should wind direction shift, that could change very rapidly. This thing has really taken off, and it's taken off quickly.
The fire about 20% contained. In the Republicans' weekly address today, Montana Congressman Steve Daines charges that the president's waging war on the middle class. He calls on the Senate to approve a jobs bill approved by the House.
Inaction is rewarded, and political tricks trump finding solutions. Personal gain comes first, and we, the people, come last.
President Obama in his weekly address taking aim at tax loopholes used by big business, calling for investment in education and job training that grow the economy for everyone. Author, storyteller, and educator Belle Kaufman has died. She's probably best known for Up the Down Staircase, a best-selling novel, then later a movie in 1967. The book was based on Kaufman's experiences, followed by a young idealistic teacher trying to survive the craziness and confusion of New York City's public schools. She was 103. This is CBS News.
Geico presents Fan Mail to a Pig.
Dear Maxwell, I just want to say thank you for making my Geico Insurance ID card digital. It's easy to find on the app. It doesn't give me paper cuts, and I always have it on hand because it's on my phone. Because of this, I finally cleaned out my glove box, which was filled with years of paper ID cards. Any thought on what I should put in my glove box now? Sincerely, Trent Patterson. Trent, what can you put in the glove box? Here's a crazy thought. How about gloves?
Digital insurance ID cards, just a tap away on the Geico app.
At last, Nexium, the purple pill, is available without a prescription for frequent heartburn. See those women drinking their iced mocha whatevers? Now they have Nexium level protection. That guy struggling to text and eat soup at the same time? Him too. Introducing Nexium 24-Hour, the protection of the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, just without the prescription. New Nexium 24-Hour. Nexium level protection, now in the heartburn aisle.
May take 1 to 4 days. Use as directed to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Delaware 105.9 news time is 8:04. Republicans use their weekly address to reflect on the state's farmland preservation program. State Representative Jeff Spiegelman says more than 115,000 acres on nearly 800 farms have been preserved so far, but budget cuts threaten the program's future.
In his last 3 recommended capital budgets, Governor Jack Markell designated just $2 million annually for farmland preservation. In fiscal year 2012, he recommended no funding at all.
Spiegelman says the Farmland Preservation Fund is supposed to receive $10 million annually from the state's realty transfer tax revenue, but the law is being cynically ignored. A Maryland casino looking to hire some of those soon-to-be-out-of-a-job casino workers from Atlantic City. Maryland Live holding their second job fair on August 1st and 2nd at the Sheraton Hotel in Atlantic City. The Hanover, Maryland casino held a similar recruitment effort last January. A Salisbury man's been sentenced to 14 years in prison. 29-year-old Bradley Aaron Hill was convicted and sentenced on 1 count of possession with the intent to distribute heroin. Upon his release, he will have 3 years of supervised probation. Last November, Hill was arrested for drug offenses. Delaware 105.9 news time is 8:06. In sports, Phillies win, beat Arizona 9-5. Washington topped Cincinnati 4-1, and Baltimore over Seattle in 10 innings 2-1. Chicago Sky with Elena Dillon and company 79, Atlanta 75, and NASCAR says no, we're not going to make any significant adjustments to the schedule. So take that, drivers. Taking a look at the forecast, partly sunny, a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon could bust Fran's bubble there. 87 for a high, mostly cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around tonight. 68, and then tomorrow, clouds and sun with a shower, heavy thunderstorm in the area, humid 89. Right now, we have 68 in Georgetown, 64 in Lewis, and it's currently 65 in Ellendale. I'm Walt Marcus in the Delaware 105.9 newsroom.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's a nice Saturday morning, nice and cool. I am here at Weller's Red Barn, and you are listening to Weller Does Delmarva. This is a live radio show every Saturday morning from 8 to 9. And I want to say thank you, Fran, for getting everything set up back there at the studio. And I want to secondly thank Colin Walls, who is co-hosting with me today. Good morning, Colin.
Good morning, Jim.
How's things with you?
It's good. It's really good. We're sitting outside on the porch today.
Yep, right under the balcony and watching the traffic go by. And what are these birds called? Barn swallows.
Yep, they're trying to swallow this whole barn.
Just a little bit at a time. Well, I can see the residue of where they've been working on it, but them babies are all over the place. So if you're out and about this morning, feel free to stop by, or if you go by and see us here, blow your horn twice. But if you didn't hear this announcement, just blow your horn once. How about that?
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So anyway, a lot of traffic, nice cool morning.
Beautiful morning.
It is a beautiful morning.
Yeah. Get out here to the Red Barn.
Hurry up, because we are selling everything. We've lost our lease. We're renting it to somebody else, and we lost our lease. Yeah. Can't find it. Can't find it, so we can't stay open.
Did you check under the seat of your truck?
Yeah, that's where it's at, under the back seat. But anyway, we are here. We are live at Weller's Red Barn, Route 16 in Ellendale, and we're going to have a couple different guests on. So, but if you're in the area, stop by and check us out. If you're not in the area, just get in your vehicle and get in the area and then stop by. So anyway, we're open today till 2. There's the phone number here, 422-7336. Everything inside that's used is 30% off, and everything that's new is 20% off. And if you go inside today, you're going to say, man, you guys have been selling some stuff, because every day that we're open, we really move a lot of merchandise. So I want to thank one of my first sponsors, which is George Luff, who is my accountant. Been dealing with him. Gee, I had more hair than I have now when I started dealing with him. I'm positive of that. But anyway, it's been 20-plus years. But I'm really promoting the fact that he does payroll. He does our payroll for Wellers, and years ago my daughter Jenny used to do it. She's very happy that he does. So if you own a business, whether you got one employee or hundreds of employees, and just to give you a small example, if you had 6 to 10 employees, however often your pay cycle is, whether it's once a week or bi-weekly or whatever, $30 for 6 to 10 employees. So if you had 10 employees, it costs you $3 an employee for them to do your payrolls. So they can do your W-2s or your I-9s or W-3s, W-4s, direct deposit, payroll checks, your 941s or 940 forms, whatever you need help with, they can help you out. They also are a, fully accredited and certified public accounting firm, and it's luffcpas.com on the web and 422-9699 on the phone line. Tell them I sent you. Want to remind you that Weller's is open. Colin, your business, I believe, is open today at what time? 8 o'clock?
Wall Service Center is open. Yep, 8 to noon today.
8 to noon. And
Northeast Front Street.
Stop in. One thing I want to mention is, if you need the air pressure checked in your tires, that's something they do, right?
Yeah, we do.
And this time of year, the weather's, hot one day, cool down another day, and air pressure is a kind of an important thing. So if you've never been to Wall Service Center, they could literally just stop in, just for something as simple as that, no charge, no obligation.
Yep, and bulbs, anything like that, wipers,
turn signals and stuff.
Turn signal fluid. We're trying to keep that in stock too. We're using a lot of it.
Hey, if you're keeping it in stock, you should be using it, because whoever sold you that was a good salesman. Turn signal fluid. Okay, well, anyway, that's just like radiator fluid for a Corvair. Same thing. Anyway, it doesn't exist. But if you need something done, Wall Service Centers in Milford. What's the phone number? 422-something?
8110.
8110, okay? All right, I'm going to bring my next guest on. This is a young man I've grown to know. He's very... he looks rugged. Yeah,
that's the word.
Very rugged. He looks four-wheel drive-ish. Darren Gingrich, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
How's it going? Oh,
wonderful.
I got to mention something first.
Yes,
because a lot of people have asked me, what does this Darren Gingrich guy look like? He sounds so wise.
Well, you can go to my website, www.
I was going to mention Catch It Live.
I know you were.
You want him to see a still picture.
Well, that's probably not the one on my website. May not be the newest version.
Okay,
maybe.
But you like it. It's the one you have handpicked. Folks, today, and today only, this is the today only offer. You can watch us right this minute if you're listening.
Don't
What?
go to Catch It Live, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go to
All right.
live stream
Daggone
and search
it.
for Jim Weller.
What was I thinking?
I don't know what you were thinking, Jim.
Posted. All right, folks, go to livestream.com.
You know what? I'll get it up there right now. Go
Either
to Catch
way,
It Live.
Go to Catch It Live. All right, Colin's going to get it to Catch It Live. So, folks, if you want to see what Colin Walls looks like, or Darren Gingrich, or Jim Weller, Darren and I really actually carry the same physique pretty good.
We do, it's true.
We
But
carry it
it's
around
better.
all day long. It's getting better, yeah. We're all exercising on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're supposed to be doing it in between and so on. So
Supposed to
anyway,
be.
supposed to be.
Hope Doc
all
isn't
right.
listening.
He isn't listening. He doesn't have radio in Millsboro. All right, folks. Anyway, we're live right here at the barn, and today we're going to talk about something incredibly serious as investments.
Yes.
Tell me this. Could a person actually outgrow their investment?
Yeah, well, one of the things we talk to people about is the different risks to your retirement.
Okay.
And
do you mean like the risk of retiring, or do you mean financially?
Well, both actually. I mean,
Okay.
they're kind of both the same thing. For example, if you're in the saving or accumulation mode, so
Okay.
you're not in retirement but you're saving.
You mean to prepare for retirement?
Right. So you're
Okay.
actively saving, investing. You're not actively retired.
And you're talking beyond Social Security.
Correct.
In other words, I don't think anybody is really depending on Social Security to get them through.
Well, to begin, the retirement risks
Okay.
include market risks.
Okay.
So we all
okay.
know
So
about
it
market
includes everything.
fluctuation.
Okay.
Some of those risks are shared by people that are currently retired, but also people that are beginning to retire.
Okay.
So if they've chose poorly in an investment portfolio, and there's a market loss, and they sell at a low, that was something that was not planned, something that's not a
Right.
positive thing, and that can happen to someone also in retirement. So some of
Okay.
the risks are shared, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
One of the other risks that everybody has is called longevity risk, and most people are aware of that today. Basically, we're living longer than we thought.
Yes, people
So-
are becoming more conscious of their
And they're
health.
exhausting their retirement funds in
That's
many
right.
cases.
Is that because they retired too early,
It's
or because they didn't
It really-
plan properly?
That's a relative question.
Okay.
If they had started earlier or had saved more, it probably wouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
Or if they'd retired later. I mean, those are all the things you have to weigh when you think about retirement. Well,
Okay.
when can I retire realistically? I always
Right.
add realistically.
Because there's the when your mind says I'm ready to retire, but then there's also when your financial advisor says you're prepared.
That's right. And that's one of the really neat things that I do. When people I've helped many people retire. So
Okay.
meaning they're working, we take them through that really scary transition of, okay, I'm working. Now I have no idea how this works. I don't know what my bills are going to be. I don't
Right.
know what it feels like to not have an earned income. We help people walk through that. And
Okay.
it makes it a lot more comfortable for you because, it's the
But I
first
mean,
time
can a
you've done it.
person start thinking about this at 25 years old?
They should.
They should. Oh, okay.
They should.
So in other words, you're saying that there's really no age too soon to start planning for your retirement.
That's correct. The truth is, there's always one of two components that primarily make up your portfolio.
Okay.
It's either time or money.
Okay.
So time value of money is incredible. How your money grows. At 12%, your money doubles every 6 years.
Really?
So you think about that in terms of, well, how many doubling periods then do you have left until you're going to need
Oh, that's
the
a
funds?
good point. Right.
So
whether
if-
you're at 12%,
if you-
8%, or
if you
whatever.
start when you're
right.
17 or 18 or even earlier, you have to save much less because you've got much more time for your money to grow. So to answer the question, when should you start? The earlier the better.
Okay. And I'm going to presume once people have a conversation, they don't start instantly. So
it's true. A lot of the folks I'm working with, especially with estate planning, it can take a year or two sometimes to get things together.
what are you smiling at? I thought it's been longer than a year with me. I'm a slow mover.
Was that obvious?
Like, who's he thinking of? Okay, so what you're saying is if somebody's listening, and the one thing I want to throw in there is that, I've known Darren. Darren, we forgot to mention your business, Select Financial Group in Milford?
Select Financial Group.
In Milford, you and your partner is Drew Sammons, right? And got a lot of good people there with you and a good team behind you. But you're a local guy, live right here in the community. Drew's from the community, and what I'm trying to say, just from the Jim Weller side of it, is I've known Darren, and he has not made any of the conversations intimidating. So, in other words, when people talk about their money or they talk about retiring, they usually think, I don't have enough.
Right.
But I don't want to tell this guy I don't have enough. In other words, but the more honest people can be with you, and you make it kind of easy for somebody to sit down, you're just a regular guy, and talk about where you're at, it's kind of important to know where you want to be and have some idea of some goals.
Right. Well, and I think, too, when people sit down with somebody, you can tell pretty quickly by the questions they ask whether they're trying to sell you something or they're trying to dig into your situation to help you.
Right.
So people don't generally try to withhold if they think you're genuinely trying to help
Right, but if they think you're just trying to sell them something
Exactly.
and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Right. Where you're all about relationships, what I feel.
That's right. That's right.
In other words, you want to know the people, you want to know their family, you want
Because
to.
if you don't have a deep understanding of them and their situation, you
really can't help them.
You're really a product. You're just selling product, right?
That's true. Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So, trying to assess their needs and fill their needs.
Well, and in working with folks and just giving, educating folks, the other risks that you and I have talked about before is inflation.
Right.
If you think about what you've spent going to the grocery store recently,
the value of the dollar
going down.
Right.
So that's another real risk. So the money that you think you need to save for retirement, $500,000 isn't what it used to be.
Right.
So what you're going to need for retirement may be very different in tomorrow's dollars than it is today.
Right.
So if you think about your first car that you bought,
how much it cost.
Or
your first tire.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So inflation
really
is
going up
another.
when you think about it.
So the dollar goes down. So the money that you save, it's important to invest it properly, because if you just stick it in a CD, making 1% or 2%, you're literally losing money every year. Jim, if I could show you an investment that's guaranteed to lose money every year,
how excited would I be?
How excited would you be? Because every penny you put in a CD, if inflation, it has averaged about 3% for 30 years. So every penny you have in a CD is genuine. Every dollar is losing money every day.
Golly dang.
So that's not a sound investment strategy if you're asking me. And in a lot of cases, there's even taxes.
But if you only are talking to somebody that sells CDs,
you're going to walk out with a CD, I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Yeah. So I think it's a matter of making sure who you talk to offers a multiple of products, and again takes the time to assess your need, not just help you fill out a form.
Right. That's right.
And so how would somebody reach you?
424-7777.
You still got that same phone number.
I still have the same one. We
424-7777.
We've gotten fond of it. People.
I would like to believe that's a number you could sell. I mean, that's got to be worth $70, $80.
Is that an offer? Is that an offer?
Maybe. Yeah, gladly. I would gladly buy that phone number for $100.
One other thing I'd like to mention real quickly that is important. Most of us, if most people, if asked, would say, "Yeah, I'm not really banking on the Social Security."
Okay, yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
I mean, I've heard numbers. I'm looking at stuff online here, talking about maybe by year 2033, the fund could be exhausted.
Really?
And that could mean that they're limited to what they're getting out of payroll taxes, which could be less than 80% of. Again, we don't know. There's a lot of projections. However, when you look at your Social Security statement,
no projection.
There's a disclaimer on your statement saying exactly that, hey, things aren't good here.
Right.
So if you believe the Social Security system may not be there for you or may not be there for all your needs, what are you doing about it?
Right. Not sitting around waiting for it to get better.
Exactly.
All right. Well, anyway, we got 424-7777. Do you want to give an email address?
Darren at selectfinancial.us.
Darren at selectfinancial.us. How about a website?
www.selectfinancial.us.
All right. Next question would be, is there a location?
There is a location. It's in Milford, Delaware. Select Financial. You'll see the big gold sign.
Okay.
We're in the same building. Not on the same building. We're in the same building as the Pizza Palace.
Okay. Convenient, yeah.
By the way, the Pizza Palace has done a lot of renovations. If you want to stop in and see us, stop by and get something to eat.
Do you allow people to buy your lunch?
Not generally, but
okay. All right. Well, then I won't offer.
Okay. We make exceptions.
No, that's okay. I don't want to mess you up. I don't want to mess up your streak. All right. Well, Darren, I want to say that I enjoy talking to you and working with you. Love you being on the show. I want to throw it out there, people. If you want to talk investments in a non-threatening type conversation, just get to know Darren. Give him a call or send him an email or something like that. Sit down and talk to him. I think you'll be pleased and impressed, and then ponder it from there. But I guess everything starts with a conversation.
That's right.
Or an email.
Or an email.
Or a phone call. All right. Well, Darren, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Have a good day.
Thanks.
All right, folks. That was Darren Gingrich. Again, 424-7777. Colin, how you holding up over there?
Well, I want to play this real quick for you.
Oh, please
Listen to this.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities are offered in the U.S. through First Allied Securities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer. Member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services are offered through First Allied Advisory Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
That was the disclaimer. Sounds like a little chipmunk, but it's really Brandon Ritter. Oh, my. Well, anyway, we got the legalities out of the way.
That is so much fun.
Wasn't it?
Can you just play an hour of that?
Please. And pull my fingernails off while you're at it.
Got to do it legally. So.
Got to do it. We want to be totally compliant here.
That's right.
We're operating right under the balcony
Then
of Weller's
come
Red
right
Barn.
in and shut us down, won't
right.
they?
Who knows? Who knows who it would be? Could be the radio police. But anyway, so we are here at Weller's Red Barn, and Colin Walls is co-hosting with me today. It's a beautiful morning. A lot of traffic out here, and I've seen Coulter, that's Darren's son, walk by twice now. So anyway,
I think he's exercising.
Somebody's blowing the horn.
There we go.
There we go. Who is that?
You're paying for Coulter to exercise?
Yes, it's his exercise program.
Nice.
Right. Yep. So anyway, if you do go by and you can't stop in, blow the horn, and if you want to toss out some cash, I'll send Darren out there to pick it up. Okay, we'll start our retirement fund right here this morning.
Why don't we just get one of those 55-gallon drums and just set it there so people can just
so
fill
they could slow down,
right.
Throw money in it, and keep on going from there. So, I know who was blowing the horn. Good morning, Ralph. Nice seeing you as you went by. If you're going to Rural Farms, we'll take some donuts. Anyway, a lot going on here, so stop in if you've never been. Weller's Red Barn is selling everything. We're going to be open this weekend and next weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do beyond that. So we're here today till 2. We're going to be back next week on Friday and Saturday. Beyond that, I'm contemplating an auction. I don't know.
Is that log splitter for sale?
That log splitter's for sale. You wouldn't know it because there's no for sale sign on it.
I think I do see a sticker.
Oh, really?
That thing is heavy.
It is kind of heavy. Would you move it?
22 ton?
Yeah, that thing weighs 22 tons.
Wow.
No, I think it means it has 22 tons of pressure, but I'm not sure what it means.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right. Listen, I want to mention something else I got going on. You guys have never seen my rap, but I do a rap once a week.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. I'm talking about where you get wrapped. So,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so just letting you know that I get a wrap once a week. I drink this protein shake, in other words, and I kind of like it. And I get all my stuff from Dave and Jeannie Morgan in Milford. And I want to let you know, if you're listening and you're looking for some more energy or trying to detoxify, the wrap, that's what it does. People say, I just can't believe it. I'm just telling you, for me, I put this wrap on my stomach once a week, and it gives me like, I don't know how it detoxifies you, okay? I just know it does because I get real gassy. And it starts doing that. I don't know what that noise is, Colin, but I like it. I normally don't have that much static. But anyway, I'm just letting you know that if you are listening and you have an interest in having a wrap done and you've never had one, or if you would like to talk about this protein shake, it's only 100 calories. It's full of a lot of fiber. Okay? Fiber does a lot of things to you, okay? If the gas don't get you, the fiber will. So anyway, if you have any interest in any of the products or different things, give Dave or Jeannie Morgan a call. It's 422-8315. Every week people call her up and say, now what in the world is he talking about? Well, it's some real stuff. But anyway, I just want to encourage you to give them a call. But they also have a website if you want to learn more. It's called GetNaturalBodyWraps.com, GetNaturalBodyWraps.com, or on Facebook, it's Delaware Wrap and Tone. That's a pretty good one, Delaware Wrap and Tone. Okay, so check that out. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is anything we want to talk about. We are here today at Weller's Red Barn till 2 o'clock, and at the fair, my grandkids got involved with a coloring contest. People that know me have been like, holy mackerel, when is this thing going to be over? Okay, so I have one granddaughter, Ashlyn Troyer, and another one, Shelby Troyer. And Service Today has a booth at the fair, and they had a coloring contest. So you can color this little man. I guess this is Sam, the serviceman. So anyway, same day Sam. So anyway, what I'm saying is there's a contest for how many likes they can get on Facebook. So if you would, you can go to Service Today's Facebook page, and you can look at all the different pictures. And if you would be so kind as to look up Ashlyn Troyer or Shelby Troyer and like theirs, we're trying to get to 300 likes. I think we're almost at 200 on Ashlyn's. But anyway, if you don't want to go there, you can go to Jim Weller's Facebook page, scroll through there, and you'll see these colored pictures. You have to click right on the colored picture and then like it. And if you would also share it with your friends, I would appreciate it. So there's one winner. This is a great marketing thing. I commend the people at Service Today for doing it. Somebody's going to win $100, but what a way to get 20 or 30 people.
Jim, you've given them $1,000 worth of radio advertising in the last 2 days.
Yeah, I have. So in other words, not to mention all the Facebook postings. So folks, if you would look that up at my Facebook page, Jim Weller, scroll through and you will find the colored pictures from Ashlyn or Shelby. You have to click right on the picture and then like it. We're trying to get to about 300 likes. And I won't be talking about this anymore after today because it ends today. So that's that. I don't know what that noise is. It's that wooden table. And I know what it is. I fixed it before. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Dan always tries to fix it too.
Yeah, but really you need to take that piece off of that piece, and that's what's dirty. It's not them knobs.
Oh, okay.
In the trash. Yeah, we're going to take this Comrex apart and throw half of it away. Take that for letting us use it. All right. Well, anyway, we're here live at Weller's Red Barn. I got some help wanted positions coming up, too. I'll talk about them in the next half an hour. I also got my friend Sean from First Class Heating and Air is going to be on the next half hour. And I think Colin Walls, your business is open now, right?
It is, yeah.
And I wonder how busy they are. We ought to just try to get somebody to call up there. 422-8110.
8110, 8110.
And like what? Order a bunch of parts?
I would order a pizza first. And then
call up and order a pizza. What? That way Josh will know the call came from you?
That's right.
Okay. Call 422-8110 and order a pizza. Tell him you heard it at Weller Does Delmarva. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. We are having a lot of fun in case you didn't know. We'll be back.
This is Sheila Setzer of Brighton Homes. We are excited to celebrate our 50th year building high-quality, single-family stick-built homes in the right location with the features you love and the prices you want. Purchase a home in July in the Meadows of Beaver Creek or the Villages of Five Points and celebrate with us by getting free or discounted options like hardwood floors or granite. Visit our furnished model in the Meadows of Beaver Creek on Route 5, just north of Route 9, open daily, 10 till 6, or go to BRYTONHomes.com.
Brighton Homes is an equal housing opportunity builder. Prices and incentives are subject to change without notice.
This year, less is more. Pay less, do more with half-price offers at restaurants, stores, and attractions from GetItHalfOff.com. Whether you're looking to try someplace new or revisit an old favorite, you'll find new offers every week at GetItHalfOff.com. Your life at half price. GetItHalfOff.com.
This week's featured offers include Keys Creamery on Aldina Road in Aberdeen, Maryland, Deer Run Golf Course on Logtown Road in Berlin, Maryland, and Pat's Pizza locations on Forest Avenue in Dover and Coastal Highway in Lewis.
On ceasefire holding after 7.5 hours, Israel and Hamas. Secretary of State John Kerry in Paris among the diplomats working to extend it.
Diplomats from across the world, including John Kerry, are meeting in Paris to try and thrash out something more substantial. But I think it tells you everything you need to know about the febrile nature of this truce, that what John Kerry actually wanted was a week. 1 week has been whittled down to just 12 hours.
Sky News correspondent David Bowden in Jerusalem. Palestinian officials say that the death toll after nearly 3 weeks of fighting is 985. More from CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
Thousands of Palestinians are pouring into the streets. They're getting supplies, food, water, and they're also going back to their houses or shops to assess the damage. And for the most part, they're seeing a lot of destruction.
37 Israelis killed. France's foreign minister calling for an extension of the ceasefire for another 12 hours. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Susan Monday here, inviting you to check out Sip and Bite on Delaware 105.9. Tune in at 3 every Saturday to find out where you should go for dinner tonight, or to find out about a local event where you'll get to experience great dishes prepared by the fabulous chefs we have in the area. And let's not forget about the local wineries, breweries, and distilleries with something to quench your thirst. It's all about supporting local on Sip and Bite. So join me on a culinary journey every Saturday on Delaware 105.9. Brought to you by the J. Caputo Restaurant Group. The truth is on your fork.
Hi, this is Dan Gaffney, excited to invite you to come along with me on a 7-day cruise here on Delaware 105.9 aboard the beautiful Carnival Pride. We leave April 19th. 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruise, beautiful ports of call, blue water, tropical breezes. We stop at Grand Turk, Half Moon Key, the private island there, and Freeport in the Bahamas. The folks at Bethany Travel Dream Vacations have put together a great package. You can cruise for 7 days, including all the meals, the 24-hour room service, and everything for as little as $783. And the best part is $50 reserves your place right now on our Delaware 105.9 cruise. I hope you can book right now. Call Bethany Travel Dream Vacations 302-933-0955. That's 933-0955. April 19th will be here soon, so please book today, and you can cruise with me every step of the way on the beautiful Carnival Pride right here on Delaware 105.9.
The American Red Cross prevents and alleviates human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and generosity of donors. Through its strong network of community partners and volunteers, the Red Cross is always there. Whether during a large-scale storm, like a tropical storm or hurricane, or a house fire down the street, the Red Cross provides the immediate emergency needs by those affected by disaster. The Atlantic hurricane season is here. Will you be ready? The Red Cross provides free preparedness education classes to corporations, schools, and organizations, providing guidance and training for building preparedness plans, disaster kits, and other safety measures. Visit redcross.org/prepare or download the free Hurricane app by searching Red Cross in the App Store for your iPhone, iPad, or Android. That's redcross.org/prepare.
I'm with Colin Walls of Walls Service Center. It's time to think about getting your air conditioner repaired.
That's right, Dan. If you've turned your air conditioner on this year and you got hot air blowing out, we can take care of it. Walls Service Center in downtown Milford, we are the experts in AC repair. We can do anything from a small vehicle on up to a tractor trailer, a dump truck, anything like that. If it has automotive air conditioner in it, we can take care of it. On all new AC compressors, we offer a lifetime warranty. That comes standard with all the new. It's unheard of in this industry. Give us a call, 422-8110, or stop in at downtown Milford location, 220 Northeast Front Street.
Colin, tell me about Eagle Glass Company.
Dan, we repair and replace vehicle glass. We have 2 locations, one in Milford, one in Dover, and we're also a mobile business. We can come to you. My partner, Tony Campanini, he's also my father-in-law, has over 20 years experience in the automotive glass business. Give us a call, 736-8441.
That's Eagle Glass Company at eagleglassco.com.
Hello, I'm Kim Menz, owner of A&H Uniforms in Dover. For over 30 years, we've been providing healthcare professionals with high-quality medical uniforms and accessories. Being an accredited business with the BBB helps to ensure our commitment to customer service, as well as honesty, ethics, and integrity.
Thanks, Kim. Hi, this is Christine Sowers, president of your Better Business Bureau of Delaware. Is your business BBB accredited? Becoming accredited makes your business stand out as one that people can trust to do business with. Find out how your business can join the Better Business Bureau of Delaware. Go to bbb.org/ Beach, Delaware.
And don't forget to visit the Better Business Bureau serving Delaware in the air-conditioned exhibit hall at the Delaware State Fair, or visit them online at bbb.org/Delaware.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
Okay. We're back live. We had another horn honker go by. So anyway,
that was 3 blows. What's that mean?
I don't.
He's making it up.
I think it means he's going to Greenwood to get chicken and bring it back.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think 3 horn blows means. So anyway, folks, if you're riding by Weller's Red Barn and you can't stop, just blow the horn 2 or 3 times so we know you're actually awake while you're driving your vehicle. We're right here on Route 16. That car there must not be listening. So anyway, so just want to let you know we are live right here. We are live and we are awake. Myself and Colin Walls. Brandon Ritter's inside just selling stuff like crazy. Weller's Red Barn is closing. I want to make sure people know Weller's in Bridgeville's not closing, okay? Unless I could lease the building for a lot of money. But anyway, so we are not closing. We're just closing this location. I actually have it leased, and I would like to get rid of all the stuff that's in here, and I'd like to give everybody a good deal. So it's 30. Oh, here we go. I know that guy.
He looks familiar,
doesn't he? He looks familiar. Looks like somebody I know. So anyway, just want to let you know we're here. So I want to mention No Nonsense Office Machines, another person that sponsors my show, and I want to say thanks a lot to Rick Fowler. Dealt with him for years and years and years and years. We were probably both just teenagers when we started. But he's my copier guy, so he sells me my copiers and services them and fixes it up with toner and repairs and maintenance and service contracts and so on. But he does many other things, like if you needed a computer built, he can actually custom build a computer. Like you say, I need so much hard drive and so many gigabytes, and you want to talk to somebody that speaks English and so on and so forth, he's your guy. So if you want to talk computers, if you want to talk copiers, if you got something you need repaired or maintenance or something like that, real honest, real friendly, real fair on pricing. It's No Nonsense Office Machines, 856-7381, 856-7381. They're located in Georgetown, and they also can help you if you need a laptop or a tablet or advice or input or pretty much anything. So again, 856-7381, and if you mention you heard his ad on my show and get something repaired, he will knock 25% off, I hope. I've been saying that same thing week after week, and I haven't anybody come back and complain. So that's that. Weller's in Bridgeville will be open today from what time? 9 to 1. 9 to 1 today. Brooks is on vacation, so that means Jimmy, my son-in-law Jason, are in a fierce battle. They sold 6 trailers yesterday, and it was pretty competitive. So if you need a trailer, today would be a good day. These guys are trying to outsell each other in a very fierce and feisty way, so they will be open at 9 o'clock. 337-8228 is the number there. Now, what were we going to say?
Well, we want to mention that we are streaming live now on catchitlive.com.
Right. I had it wrong in the first place, and then you fixed it. So
now
anyway,
I made it right.
So right now, folks, if you've never watched us live, I'm sporting some new glasses that I got from Halpern Eye Care. But anyway, and I had my hair done. That's almost worth logging on and seeing. But anyway, you can go to catchitlive.com. You're going to be able to see Sean from First Class Heating and Air. Here in just a minute, he'll be talking, but you'll be able to see him. Colin's here. We're right out front of the barn. You'll be able to see the cars that go by and blow their horn, and so on and so forth. So anyway, catchitlive.com. Go there, and you can actually watch the show and say, gosh, that's quite an impressive-looking studio they have there.
Yeah, look at that Equinox there.
Isn't that nice?
Chevy Equinox.
Is that an Equinox or a Traverse?
I believe it's an Equinox.
I believe it's a Traverse. I don't know.
I'm going to go get a picture of the label
good.
on the back. It's a nice-looking wrap on it, though.
That is. Yep. Who did that, Sean? Do you know?
Ad Art.
Ad Art in Georgetown.
Yeah, in Georgetown.
Okay. They do a good job.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yep. It's kind of noticeable.
It is. Yeah, it stands. It's hard to hide with that.
Yeah. I usually personally like to keep a very low profile.
Yeah, I see that. Yes.
But I could see that you want people to know you're here.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, good morning, Sean, from First Class Heating and Air.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's a great day out.
It is a great day out, isn't it?
It is.
The weather's changing, though. It goes from hot to cold and so on. And does that change things?
It does. I mean, it's
air, crawl space.
I think we're getting used to these cycles. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have seasons anymore. We have days.
No, we don't, do we? Yeah, we have days. Yeah.
But yeah, it does. And then we've had a tremendous heat streak. Around there for a while, and then it dies right off. So for us, it's very up and down, but it's great. I mean, it allows everyone to get caught up a little bit, allows us to breathe a little bit, which is kind of nice. But even when we have days like this, it's no one's thinking about air conditioning. I don't think mine even ran last night. It was kind of nice. And then the last thing we want to think about is anything else coming up. For the wintertime. So.
But it's coming either way.
It is, yeah. And we got to be prepared for it either way. But really, one thing we really focus on right now, being that it is starting to be starting to slow down a little bit on the heat side of it, is home performance. Crawl spaces and things like that. I know that we've talked before with you on this quite a lot. And we did your house, but the moisture levels and the humidity levels are still high. So even the temperature's down, humidity's still up, and it's still creating a lot of water and moisture issues underneath houses. So.
That nobody's aware of.
No, you never.
Because they're upstairs just living in their house and doing their thing, and they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no one really wants to go and spend a lot of time underneath their house, especially in a crawl space. Not a great environment.
Not on purpose, anyway.
No. If they are, there's usually something wrong.
So the home performance test, the best I could describe it, and folks, if you want to kind of see a little bit about one, we did one at my house, and if you go to Weller Does Delmarva, you can see that we did a little video of it and stuff. Yep. So you had that little gun.
Yeah, the infrared gun.
Right.
Yes.
So you would point that at the ceiling and stuff, and you could show where there's areas there was one area where you could literally see where the insulation had been pulled back.
Yes. Yep.
So what does it show? It shows an area.
It's basically thermal imaging, just thermal differences in so wall temperature, and then you actually see a lot of infiltration coming in. So you'll see where right now attics could be 130 degrees, and then inside temperature could be 75, 3 degrees, and you see that heat just migrating straight into the house. So it allows to show you where it's coming in from. But once you see it, you know how you can fix it. We can seal it and do all
It's
those
almost
things.
like you could pinpoint it.
Exactly. It's an exact science. It really is.
Right, so it makes anything you would do from that point forward more efficient because you don't have a lot of guess, trial, and error.
Right.
It's more like a science almost.
It is. Yeah, exactly. It's not.
You guys are scientists.
Well, somewhat, yeah.
You can operate the thermal imaging gun.
Exactly. I can show you how to do it, but I don't know the whole physics side of it behind it. Besides the fact
and it's irrelevant.
Right. Hey, as long as we know where it is, we can see it, we can fix it. That's
and
the
you offer
thing.
the service of fixing it, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Anything that we come up with, spray foaming, sealing, insulating.
Like them lights in the ceiling?
Oh, yeah. Yep, the recessed can lights. They're big. You think about it, that's just a hole that's cut into drywall, and on the opposite side of that,
like 6 or 8 or 10 of them things.
I have 17 in my kitchen.
Really?
Yes.
It's like you wouldn't purposely cut a hole in the wall of your house.
No, but
you would cut one to your ceiling.
Right. And that's leakiest part of any house really is the ceiling of the house. So if you have that hole and you might have a little insulation behind it, well, air will go right through insulation. It just acts like a filter.
Okay.
So all that hot air is trying to get into the cold spots. It's trying to get in there and get in and that which makes it very, very difficult. So if you can seal that off, it makes the house run more efficiently. It makes the systems be more comfortable. You don't have to fight the temperature swings as much anymore.
Wow.
And that's really the important thing, just to make the house more efficient. I mean, everyone we've had those hot days. We've had a lot of obviously a chance to see a couple of utility bills so far.
Yeah.
This summer, and when systems don't shut down, when the air conditioners are running 24/7, your energy bills tend to reflect that. And if you can make
anything you can do to hedge it.
Right. Exactly. If you can make the house more efficient, small little things, and it really isn't. I guess when you start thinking about it without knowing, you think the pricing of everything is going to be really, out of control. But really, most of them are so minimal that you can really fix it, and it'll pay for itself within a year.
I would see that,
energy savings
if not
alone.
2 or 3 years for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then you can also go under the house.
Right.
Like I had all mine encapsulated. In other words, like I could almost live down there if there was a refrigerator. But anyway, it's like heated and air conditioned. It's a lot easier to crawl around if I want to.
Yeah, you don't have all that moisture and all. With moisture, you get all the bad stuff that grows along with it. And, so it's a source control. If you eliminate the moisture levels, you eliminate the source of it, then you don't have all that coming right into your house, which is bad for airflow. It's bad for your breathing. I mean, all those things that you start getting into your lungs and all that just makes your house.
Well, in my case, I have grandkids now. Right. In other words, and they're over there, and they seem to be closer to the ground because they're kids.
Yep.
They're closer to the floor and everything else. So, I know it's not part of what you are sure happens when you do it, but my electric bill, even this summer, $30-40 a month less than it used to be. I can't get over the difference. I mean, we put a new heating and air conditioning system and encapsulated the underneath. But if I can save $400 a year on electric, that's huge.
Right.
And that wasn't even in your sales pitch.
No, that's just
an observation of mine.
And that's very true. I mean, energy efficient systems are that. Anything
Right.
before used to be, when you buy a house, even newer houses, even houses that are 10 years old, had pretty much builder grade equipment in there, very low efficiency, no bells and whistles, nothing fancy about it.
Enough to win the bid.
Right, exactly. You walk in a house and you see beautiful granite counters and stainless appliances, and then you see a really low efficient air conditioning system that's not
Because you
gonna
wouldn't
help
know
change
it.
Exactly.
As a consumer, you would have no idea whether that's top of the line or middle middle grade or whatever the next step is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So your home performance test, is that like a couple $100 or
Yes. Yep,
okay,
yep.
so a couple $100, you come out, spend a few hours.
Right. Exactly. It takes
Hook that big thing to the door.
Right. We have a blower door that we put in there that basically puts a negative pressure on the house. We see where all the air is coming in
Negative
and out.
pressure is the same thing as sucks it out.
Basically,
like
yes.
a vacuum.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Kind of more professional term of saying
That's
it,
right,
but
yeah.
yes. Basically, yeah, we're pulling air out of the house. It simulates about a 15-mile-an-hour wind on the outside of the house pushing in.
Really?
And then when we see that, we can see where the air is coming in through, where we can see where the air is escaping, more importantly. And, the biggest thing I walk into, a lot of people say, I just had all new windows and doors, or I'm going to put new windows and doors in the house, and that's great. And if they're leaky, that's a good idea. But there are other places that leak a lot worse.
Right.
And windows and doors are probably the cleanest area you can get into the house, so you really don't want it coming in from the attic or the crawl space. I mean, those are the worst
Right.
places to have that air come in from. So if you can, seal those portions of it off, have the house breathe and be more energy efficient and be more healthy, that's the important thing.
So let's say somebody has been thinking about this for a while. Let's say they've heard you talk a time or two, and they're like, I don't have the money. Do you, on your financing, will you finance in the encapsulation system?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. We
So
have
it's not
financing
just a heating and air system.
No, and a lot of times we can put it all into one package.
Really?
We can finance a high efficiency heating and air system, ductwork, encapsulations, air
How
sealing.
about
whole part.
how about the hot water heater?
Oh yeah, yep,
Okay.
everything. The tankless water heaters are huge. Anything that we can reduce costs and reduce energy bills and usage. Let's face it. Last year, propane bills and fuel oil bills were skyrocketing. And
So anything you can do to be more efficient, whether you make the house more efficient, whether you buy a more efficient unit, whether you encapsulate underneath, it's like an investment technically.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's one of the few investments that actually will show you a return and quickly too. And that's really the nice thing on there. And that's also a big thing we do notice that people want more efficient equipment. That's a very big push. I want to cut my bills down, but the house may not be suitable for it. The ductwork may be 30 years old and full of holes.
Do you do ductwork too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's more important. Honestly,
Do you do that thing where you can put a little camera in there?
Oh yep, yeah. We have cameras. We have all the. And honestly, the blower door test shows us how much duct leakage there is. Houses leak 20 to 30% ductwork wise. Well, that's 20% more that system has to run in order to get air into the house. So
and probably 20% faster it's going to wear out.
Yep. And it's just it just makes it work harder and makes it work longer. And if
you don't
can,
just have the cost of it running, it actually does wear it out more.
Sure, yeah, because it's running more than it has
like
to.
that. You shorten the life of it.
Yeah. And
Now,
that really is a an important thing. If you take a system and you put a high efficiency unit in, and the ductwork is leaking, you've lowered the efficiency of that unit right off the bat. You don't all of a sudden have a 20 SEER unit anymore. You might have a price of a 20 SEER unit, but you might have a 15, 16 SEER. So and that's the one thing to really look at. So it may not always be feasible to do the most efficient system with all the ductwork and the encapsulation and all that. Of course, that's great, but that's going to be everyone has a budget they have to work with. So what we find out is, all right, let's get the maximum efficiency out, but let's do the ductwork. Let's do a mid-range efficient system. Let's do a little bit on air sealing here and do it in stages, so you can start off
money
and do
wisely.
this exactly, and work out that way, because just by putting a better system in, you think you're doing yourself some good. 2 months later, your bills are a little lower, but they're not really what you thought they would be, and your comfort levels may not be as good. And that's really the important thing. So you got to look at it as a whole house approach. We don't just go in there and say, all right, you had a 3-ton unit in here before. Here's a price for a 3-ton unit, and we'll put it in tomorrow for you. We don't do that. We look at it, make sure that is right. Just because it was in there before doesn't mean that's what was necessary.
That's a good point.
And the performance test helps with that. Just little things, and just on a normal evaluation of a home, when we could call it out for a sales call. We look at all those aspects just initially. We'll go through and we'll do a walkthrough on that, right? And just try to point out some of those areas that are problematic, and explain why why it's important. We're not trying to upsell you. We're not trying to make you buy spend more money. we're trying to solve some issues that you might have.
And give you the best bang for your buck.
Exactly.
Because I'm under the impression that when you come out, you can do the encapsulation. If any electrical work needs to be done, you do the electrical work. If you got a propane heater, you hook it up. So it's kind of like you're dealing with one company.
Exactly.
From start to finish. So if you have any kind of an issue or a problem or a question or a concern, you're not going to be bounced from, well, the propane people did this, but we only did this, and then the electrician did this. We're going to talk to one company, one group of people. You're all licensed, insured. I believe you do background checks.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
your
so very
vehicles are
thorough.
lettered. Your guys are wearing uniforms. So, I mean, it's kind of a first-class deal.
Absolutely. Yes, it
So, anyway, anything else? You got a phone number?
Sure, we do. It's 934-8900. Our website is firstclasshvac.com. That's all spelled out.
Okay.
But
been around like 40 years?
Yeah. I've been in business for about 40 years, family-owned business. Been down this way for quite a while. You know, it's just one of these things that if you go to our website, you'll see a lot about the history. You'll see, all the services we offer. There's some clips on there about home performance. There's things about all the other services we offer, and some, good customer testimonials as well.
Well, I'm a happy customer, so folks, if you need to talk to me about it, I'll educate you as best my education will go.
Appreciate
it. All right, thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Jim.
934-8900, folks, is the phone number. First Class Heating and Air. I have dealt with them and really like them. I've dealt with them more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. So I'm a happy customer. So next, I do want to mention L&W Insurance, another one of my sponsors. Bill Strickland and his group up there have been dealing with me for 20-plus years. They've been serving Delaware for over 60 years. Phone number is 856-7828, 856-7828. I do like that a live, friendly person answers the phone when I call during business hours. I don't go straight to a voicemail or anything like that. So whether you want to talk home, health, auto, life, commercial coverage, if you want to just talk about insurance, they want to talk to you. Give them a call, 856-7828. On the web, it's lwinsurance.com. Again, we are here right now at Weller's Red Barn. It's open today till 2. We are liquidating everything inside. Did want to mention my help wanted position. This would be for Weller's in Bridgeville. We're looking for a counter/salesperson. We're looking for an all-around helper in the showroom. In other words, we're looking for somebody that can answer the phone, greet customers, stock shelves, maybe do a little cleaning and tidying up. Not going to leave the showroom a lot. We're not looking for somebody to actually go sell trailers, but we're looking for somebody to sell everything that's in the showroom, whether it be a weed whacker or a snow blower or a
How about your computers,
generator.
your pens and pencils and all that? When everything's sold?
Not everything. Not our computers. But we just want a nice, upbeat person that's computer literate, that can answer the phone, that can talk intelligently, that can help us out. We just need some help is what we need. So send your resume to jim@wellers.com. Drop it off at the store. No phone calls, please. You can apply in person. Don't come in till Monday. They're going to be real busy today. And then if you want to buy something, Wellers in Bridgeville's open today till 1 o'clock, and Jimmy and Jason are trying to outsell each other. So you win because they want to cut deals and move some merchandise. What are you smiling about?
The competition between the two of them.
It's pretty, neither one of them like to be outdone by either one of them.
Uh-huh.
So, and the phone numbers at Bridgeville is 337-8228. But we are looking for another person. We hired somebody to do this job. It's a young man. He is going to college now in Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to work part-time or anything. So,
wow.
Yeah, very, very happy for him.
Maybe weekends?
Maybe weekends, maybe. So he is moving to Hawaii. So we need a counter person. So we're here at Weller's Red Barn. It's open. We've seen people come and go. So it's a nice day out, though. It looks like it might be going to rain, but right now, boy, it's just some nice.
It's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain?
No.
Okay. And again, if you're going by and you hear us on the radio, please blow your horn. What was the deal? Twice if you hear us, but only blow it once if you didn't hear us.
Right.
Is that right?
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Does it really matter?
No, it doesn't really matter. Just blow the horn, okay? And again, I want to mention that I've been getting this protein shake from Dave and Jeannie Morgan. I kind of like it, believe it or not. It's helped me in numerous ways, and I feel a lot better, have a lot more energy, and they do have a Facebook page that we're trying to get people to like it. It's Delaware Wrap and Tone on Facebook. Then they have a website, which is getnaturalbodywraps.com. There's another customer leaving here. Their motor starting up. I don't know how much stuff they bought or didn't buy. But anyway, we're here at Weller's Red Barn. But if you want to talk about nutrition, if you want to talk about weight supplements, Dave or Jeannie Morgan, good people. I like dealing with them. They have a lot of different products to offer. They're fair, they're honest, they're not pushy, and they will talk to you a little bit if you want to talk. Colin Walls has been my co-host this morning. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You've done a good job. You can watch this show right now at catchitlive.com.
Right.
All of our shows are on Weller Does Delmarva. Also, if you ever want to see what any of us look like or what we talked about in the past or whatever. But your business is Wall Service Center in Milford.
Downtown Milford, yep. Go ahead.
Well, hit it. Well, I was going to say I just had somebody, my daughter used bringmegas.com.
Oh, okay.
I was real happy with it, in
Good.
other words. So, and that's a business that you also own.
Right.
That if you need your propane tank for your gas grill refilled, you just go to bringmegas.com.
Right.
It says, look, we're going to be in the Milford area, Lincoln area. Do you do Dover?
Oh, yeah, we do anywhere
Really?
in Kent or Sussex County.
All right, but it gives you an idea what day you're going to be in that area.
Right.
You, what is it? I don't know how much. $25, $30?
It's $30.
$30, okay. So it's $30, and you bring a propane tank full of propane to their house, and then just exchange the
We
tank
take the
with their
empty one.
tank.
So it just eliminates the step of them going to the cages to swap them out.
Well, worse than that, I wouldn't want to ride around with a propane tank in my car.
Oh, people do it. They throw it right on the seat.
I mean, I'd be
next to
scared
them.
to get rear-ended or something like that.
Well,
I mean,
you know, this is when it's full. When it's full, if you leave it in your car, it gets hot. The gas inside expands. It actually has a blow-off valve. So if it expands too much, it'll blow propane out.
I had that
Liquid propane.
happen on my camper once.
Yeah, it'll do it.
Yeah, think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You got a propane tank full
Cigarette
of propane
hanging
in
out of your mouth. Good thing you weren't smoking at the time.
Yes, think about that. So anyway, bringmegas.com. Then you got the Eagle Glass.
Eagle Glass Company, right.
Okay, and this is like automotive glass,
Right.
windshield, side windows. Do you do the mirrors too?
We do mirrors, yep, inside mirrors,
What
outside
about,
mirrors.
like the mirror on the windshield, like if it were to fall off?
Yep, we
it
can
is
take care of that.
unbelievably hard to get that to stick back on.
You know, and the consumer grade stuff is just that. It's consumer
it must
grade.
be because
it's not very good.
Yeah, I went through a mess with that and then ended up getting it fixed. But anyway, so you do mirrors, you do windows. Do you do like if my electric window doesn't work?
Yeah, the regulators. Even if your manual window doesn't
Is that called
work,
a regulator?
Right, that's the
I
regulator.
call it a motor,
Lifts it
but
up and down.
it's called a regulator.
Right. The
Okay.
motor attaches to the regulator.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's a motor, sometimes it's a regulator.
Okay.
A lot of the new ones, it's actually a whole combination. Comes as one.
So how do they get a hold of somebody there?
736-8441. And I hear the music, but
736-8441.
real
Right
quick,
on.
if you want to, can we stay on catchitlive.com?
Yeah,
People
so
go there.
keep watching us for a few minutes, folks. We're going to stay on catchitlive.com. Thank you for listening. Have a good weekend, and check me out at Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook, too. See you. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Bye.
So,
so we're still on.
We're still on catchitlive.com.
Okay. Is anybody
Okay.
watching us?
Yeah, we've got watchers. And
Okay, watchers.
John and Cindy. Do you know who they are?
I think so. Yeah, why?
They called Wall Service Center 422-8110
And ordered a pizza.
Josh said they had the wrong number and hung up on them.
John and Cindy, thank you for doing that.
That's not very good customer service. He should
That
have
isn't.
taken their order and then called it into Domino's or somewhere and had it delivered to them.
What was he thinking?
I don't know.
Sean, do you want to stay on or you want to go? All right, Sean is leaving. Thank you
Thanks.
very
Take
much.
care.
Have a good weekend.
Do you have any
All right.
products you want to bring out and show, Jim? Or
I don't know.
Okay, this water
I will
bottle
talk,
or you know.
hey, I will talk about my ad. I want to encourage people to. Well, first of all, I'm here at Weller's Red Barn, and one of the things. Oh, you asked about the swing set, Colin.
Yeah, the swing set.
What are you going inside?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you
going
can
over
bring
here
me
to the camera. I'm going to focus it in a little more
Okay.
on you. We're going to check how many hairs are on top of your head.
Okay, you're gonna have to get the camera real close. Anyway, so folks, we're here at Weller's Red Barn. If you've ever been here, we're under the balcony right out front. Okay, you're watching us now on catchitlive.com, and we are trying to figure out what we should talk about. I'm going to give you my cell phone number because I want to know if anybody's watching and what you would like us to discuss. Because another service that we provide is Colin and I will give you free advice on anything you would like free advice on. Okay? So,
And it's worth half as much as what you're going to pay
yeah,
for it.
it's worth half as much. So if you have any questions, you can send me a direct message on Facebook. I'm the Jim Weller from Delaware on Facebook and say, I would like you to discuss the following. Or you can text me at 542-9157 and say, hey, here's what I have a question about or whatever. You can't really call us. So you can text us or send me a direct message. I'm like to know if anybody is watching or listening that can text or send a message.
And even on the live stream, I've got our feed up right here.
Okay.
You can actually chat with us right there on it, too.
What kind of feed do we have? You got any cheesesteaks there?
Man. Brandon brought these napkins out, and he's putting the microphones on them.
He thought he was going to serve food.
Right.
I do want to mention that we do have a nice swing set here for sale.
That is nice.
These are Amish made. This one here,
I wonder if I
Amish
can get that on
built,
camera.
and it's constructed. So it's pressure treated lumber for starters. Then they wrap it in vinyl, okay, which pretty much literally makes this thing maintenance free. All of the exterior hardware is stainless steel, so you're not going to have to paint anything, never going to have to stain it, no worry about your grandkids or your kids getting splinters, just pretty much maintenance free. We do have one here that's less than a year old, and it's got a twisty tube slide, and then it's got a wave slide, so it's got two slides. It's got a trapeze. I use that all the time. It's got, I kicked the table, two swings, and then it's got a 10-foot single swing beam, split level, 4x8 tower. So this thing has a lot of stuff. It was $4,010. We've reduced it down to $3,450. And if you need maybe 6 months same as cash with that or something like that, we might be able to help there. So if you need to buy one of the swing sets that's here at the barn, we have two of them on display. Those are being discounted and sold. Then when you go inside the building, there is all kinds of stuff for sale. And you say, what's all kinds of stuff mean? Well, we have a lot of glass display cabinets. If you need some shelves, like shelves for your workshop or your man cave, or if you do crafts and you need some shelving or whatever, all the shelving is going to be sold. We also have a new in the box. It's called a Pirates Cove pool raft. I'm like, wow, a Pirates Cove pool raft. Anyway, these things they're brand new in the box. If you go online, they're like $35, $40. Our original price was $15. Now, with 30% off, they're $10.50. I can't even believe they're that cheap. I don't know if I still got this old metal milk can or not, but it was $40, and now it's only $28.
Now, is it new and it's just made out of old
metal?
No,
this thing is old.
It's old, and it's made with old metal.
It's old, and the metal has gotten old.
Okay.
So you thought it was brand new, made out of old metal.
That's what I was thinking.
Right. Now you're thinking of stents that they put in your heart. That's made out of recycled metal.
Okay.
Anyway, got some brand new metal bunk beds with mattresses. After all discounts, $230.40. So I'll tell you what, there's just a lot of interesting things here. Every time I go in there, I'm like, where did I get this stuff? And I got it where I would go to auctions, and I would go buy people's garages full of stuff. In other words,
you would go drop stuff off at the dump, and you take some stuff back.
Right. I just couldn't leave it lay there. So anyway, we have a lot of interesting things. It's called Weller's Red Barn. We're right here on Route 16 in Ellendale. It's a big red barn. I've rented the building, so it's going to be occupied by somebody else. And we've probably got a lot of stuff. We've got more than we're going to sell today or tomorrow, unless somebody comes with a big trailer. But anyway, we're here today till 2 o'clock. Then we're going to come back again on next Friday and next Saturday, okay? After that, I'm not positive what I'm going to do. I might just keep opening on Friday and Saturday. I might have an auctioneer come in and just auction everything off. I really am not positive what I'm going to do. But anyway, it's Weller's Red Barn. Phone number, if you're listening and you are watching and you have any questions at all, it's 422-7336, 422-7336, and you could say, hey, what else do you got? I see this table. There's a whole table full of clothes. I see blue jeans. I see T-shirts.
So are they 50% off?
They're actually free, Colin.
Free?
Free clothes. Free clothes. I was here the other day. And now here comes
this is a good customer coming
buyer.
In.
Right. He's pulling a trailer and coming in. So I would say there's a high probability he's here to get some stuff. So anyway, what I'm saying is all the used things inside the building are 30% off. All the new things are 20% off. And they were already super cheap to begin with. I'll tell you something we've been selling a lot of is brand new Craftsman toolboxes, like roll-around toolboxes with 5 drawers or however many drawers and so on. They might have some minor dents and dings, but they are brand new. Some don't even have any dents or dings. So anyway,
but you'll put those in them for them if they want them?
If need be. And
okay.
I can put them, if they don't have any dents or dings, I can put them exactly wherever you want them. In other words, it would be
because you'll see one every once in a while, and then the ding is not where you want it.
So we would call this custom dent and dinging. Okay. In other words,
Are you charging extra for that?
No, not today anyway. Okay. But like if you're going to buy something that's got a dent and a ding, and you're frustrated where the dent and ding isn't exactly where you'd like it to be, and you say, I want to pick where the dent and the ding is going to be, we can accommodate you with that. You can even pick the hammer that we use. Okay? In other words, we have various sizes of hammers. So we have these toolboxes, and originally we were selling them for like half of what Sears was selling them for. And now you're going to get another 30% off of that. So it's just incredibly affordable to come here and buy a bunch of stuff. So we got a table full of clothing that's absolutely free. We've also got tires in there. There's tools in there. There's antique furniture. There's an antique crib. I don't know if we still got it or not, but there was an antique crib.
I would come down and check to see if you do. If I was,
that's what I would do. Yeah. So anyway, so there's that, and there's just a lot of different things. So anyway, if you've never been to Weller's Red Barn, inside there, how y'all doing? All right, here they're headed in.
That's right.
Ready to spend money. So we're excited. Here comes another customer.
You just want to back that trailer right up here so you can load stuff on it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Thursday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jason.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
There's
great.
a customer.
Good testimonial.
He's already got one trailer, and I guess he's bought a new trailer.
Yeah.
And he's happy with Jason. Well, that's pretty good. Jason does a good job.
That guy looked like a hard worker there, like a hustler.
He did, yeah. We should hire him.
Stuff done, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a get-it-done guy. How y'all doing?
Morning.
Good morning. So anyway, we're just saying everything that's used is 30% off. If you were here last week and you come back right now and you go inside, you're going to say, where is everything? It's kind of amazing. We're steady selling stuff.
Okay,
What?
we've got a request on here from Dennis Carroll. He wants to hear about our live stream setup, audio and video equipment.
Okay, Denny.
So, I'm using a Panasonic AV, and then a couple numbers after that. I don't remember the model number. It is an HD camera. We use a live stream broadcaster. It's this little thing right here. This is actually what it's a H.264 encoder. So it comes in as HDMI. The camera has an HDMI output.
You're talking to me like I have any idea. Denny,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sure he does, but I know we use the internet. We use the internet. That much I know. Okay, so
World
anyway,
Wide Web too.
So you start with the camera,
right? We start with the camera.
Okay,
comes
of
out
course
of the
it's
camera.
on a tripod,
right? And it is it's a professional camera, so it's got the XLR inputs and everything. Live stream allows 720p broadcasting, so that's that's a high definition broadcast.
So how does it get from there to catch it live?
It goes through this live stream broadcaster here.
Okay.
And I just clicked that I wanted to end it, but I'm going to say no, I don't.
Okay.
So
all right.
We are streaming. It says perfect, so we're doing a good job because it says we're
because it's telling us we're doing a perfect job. Okay.
Right. Anyway, this is actually the Comrex. This is where the audio is coming through. This is the radio station equipment right here.
Right.
We just come out of it and into that with an XLR connection.
Okay.
Which is
so. I mean, with the radio stuff set aside, we can literally go anywhere that has good internet. We were using a MiFi card too, right?
Yeah, we can use a MiFi card.
Because you have another thing. What's the other business? Sports on Delmarva?
Sports on Delmarva, right.
Okay.
And actually, we're going to be on Hot Country 107.7, Anthony Joseph and I, broadcasting high school football.
Okay.
On the radio.
On the radio.
Hot Country 107.7.
So, I mean, if somebody's watching or listening now, can they buy sponsorships, or is that sold out to that?
They can buy sponsorships. It's not sold out yet, but they are selling very fast.
Right. Last year, I think you pretty much got full with them.
Right, yeah.
So, so that's another thing. You're broadcasting football games.
Right. Sports on Delmarva. And you can go to sportsondelmarva.com right now.
Check it out.
Discover Bank is actually one of our big sponsors this year. They're sponsoring.
Wasn't First State Chevrolet last year?
First State Chevrolet will also be a sponsor this year. The First State Chevrolet is sponsoring the player of the game. We're going to give a trophy out at the end of every game to the player of the game. Yep.
That's kind of neat. Every game.
Every game. Yep, the Hanson family is great down there. They love supporting the community.
Well, they have a good business model. They do a good job.
Yep, I agree.
You know, did we answer your questions, Denny?
He says the quality is excellent. So
okay, of the what you can see or of the people doing the show?
He's talking about the audio. He's talking about us. He doesn't care.
Believe
about
it or not, I learned about being able to stream something from him.
Did you?
He came to Jimmy's Grill one morning. I don't know if you remember it or not, and he had his phone. Mm-hmm. And he literally streamed it. And as odd as it sounds, that was like the first time I was ever exposed to streaming something like that.
Okay.
And he sat right there at the booth at Jimmy's Grill. I think it was Jimmy's Grill. It might have been when we did it at Browseabout. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And he kind of showed it to me and so on. And then I think I told Brooks about it, and we started doing some stuff that way. But thank you for exposing me to that. But so anyway, we are here at Weller's Red Barn. But, you know, when you think about it, between the two of us, we have a lot going on.
We do.
So,
but I like it.
You do
I
like it?
I like keeping busy. And
it's and not only that, you got, what, 4 boys?
I got 4 boys, so I'm trying to have a paycheck coming in to support each one of them.
That's right, because they all may want cars eventually.
Oh, my goodness, the oldest one already has one.
Okay.
We just gave him a leftover one that we had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still nice.
It's still nice. That's what you told him?
Yeah. But it's like a 2000 GMC Yukon Denali. It's got 200,000 miles on it, so, you know, as a trade-in, it wouldn't have been any good. Okay. Nobody would have given us anything to it, so he reluctantly took it.
Reluctantly? Okay, I'll take it.
I'm like, man, I'd love to have something like that. Leather seats, power windows, air conditioning.
You might have wanted like a Mazda something, or something a little sportier.
Yeah.
With a little wing on the back or something like that.
Probably.
One of them big mufflers that sounds like a bumblebee or whatever.
Gosh.
Aren't they enjoyable?
We install those at Wall Service Center if you're interested in them. I don't endorse them.
Right, but he'll be glad to let you buy one.
That's right.
So, folks, if anybody is watching or listening, and right now, if you have any other questions for us, feel free to ask us. But Colin has Wall Service Center in Milford. Been around, 40, 50 years?
56 years.
56 years.
56 years.
Started with your grandfather.
Yep.
Then your father.
Yep.
And now you.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you do all kinds of automotive repairs and service and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Tune-ups, oil changes, brakes.
Yep.
Very big, I would say, for years and years, you've been kind of known as the place to get dual exhaust.
Dual exhaust, yeah.
Or custom exhaust, to where you can bend it and make it work and stuff like that.
Yep.
So very popular. I, back in the day, had many vehicles where I had dual exhaust put on them. But anyway, you do that. You're also saying that if somebody is out and about and they've got a turn signal not working right, or a headlight or a wiper blade, or checking the air in the tires, just those few minor things, they literally can stop in,
anytime
stay right in their
open,
vehicle. So if it's a mom with kids in the van or something like that, she doesn't have to get out or anything like that.
Yep.
It's almost like self-service automotive repair. Not self-service, but
full service.
Full service. Yeah,
it's almost like the exact opposite of self-service.
Right. It's the opposite of going to a parts store and being totally intimidated by what's the right light bulb to buy.
Right.
And then getting home and having no idea how to take the thing apart. You're saying you can just take care of it for them.
That's right.
I get intimidated buying wiper blades. You know, like what kind of clips and how many inches and...
You got a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, or 19-inch blade.
Okay. That's enough.
Now, that's just the beginning.
Right. And, you know, you're like, I don't know what I got, and some clip like this, and some come with the whole thing, and will it work on mine? And if I open the package, can I return it? And will I scratch my hood while I'm trying to get it on there, my fender? Just go to Wall Service Center and let them take care of it. Now, where's it at? Right downtown Milford. So if somebody was coming from Georgetown or Dover, they would turn left at the new Walgreens.
Right. The new Walgreens that's been there for 5 years.
It's been there.
I don't know.
Okay. Turn left at Walgreens.
Turn right at Walgreens if you're headed north.
Right. Or left if you're headed south.
Right.
And then you go all the way through Milford.
Yep. You go through 3 lights.
3 lights, and then you're right there on the right. What do you got, 4 or 5 garage doors on the front of the building?
5 garage doors on the
Big
front.
Big canopy says Wall Service Center?
Yep.
Okay.
And get your car worked on there, then go over to Arenas for lunch.
Yes.
Go to Abbott's Grill for lunch.
Yep.
Go to Georgia House.
Yep.
You can go to Dolce if you just want a snack and coffee.
Or you can just go sit on one of them park benches. Bring your own lunch if you want.
Sure.
And have a picnic
Walk
there.
on the Riverwalk. I think we have more amenities than any other shop, especially a shop that's out on the highway
out
or
the
a
country
dealership.
Right.
You know, you go in there, what's the choices? I want candy bars or I don't want crackers.
Right.
That's the only
and sit near the showroom where sooner or later a salesman's going to snag you.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're test driving a new vehicle. So anyway, a nice, friendly place to deal. A lot of places to go when you drop your car off.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys that work for you, I don't know if I would use the word equal, but they're all good mechanics. In other words, the guy that would put your wiper on or change your oil also knows other mechanical things.
Well, see, we don't have just a lube rack guy, what a lot of places do. We actually, the same guy that can pull the head off your car or that can bend the pipe for your exhaust or that can repair your air conditioning tanks, he's the same guy that changes your oil.
So he's kind of a little bit more able to be on the lookout.
Right, exactly. Now, you know, in the automotive world, we're overpaying this guy to change oil.
Okay.
But it's a trade-off to me.
You probably have less problems with his oil changes too.
Exactly, we do, because these guys know what they're doing. You know,
right?
An oil change is just it's second nature to them, and you know they really know what they're doing. And you know, it's not going to be the guy that I forgot to tighten up your drain plug and all that.
Right? Did I get all the shopping carts put in the right place? You know, I often wonder that. I hate to say it. Okay, you go to a big box store and the guy's out in the parking lot pushing shopping carts around, and you start thinking, what else does he do? Nothing against the shopping cart guy. But when I used to be in the tire business, I used to, you know, compete against big box stores, and I'm thinking, you know, do they have a guy that just does nothing but change tires or change oil? Or do they really just kind of have everybody doing a little bit of everything?
Right.
So,
Denny wants to know if we're accepting Bitcoin yet. Do you accept Bitcoin, and do I accept Bitcoin? I have actually looked at Bitcoin. I'd like to learn a little bit more about it.
What is it, a special coin? Like maybe
it's not a real coin.
Okay.
It's not a Weller's wooden nickel.
Okay.
It is virtual money.
What? I don't understand that. It means nothing touches your hand.
Right. Nothing touches your hand. You have, it's called, and I don't know all the details. It sounds like Denny may know a little more about it.
Okay.
And he could probably.
Denny, hi.
Good morning.
Send us $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and let us analyze it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is, hi.
Good morning.
You're saying that Bitcoin is actually a way to pay for something.
Right.
Without writing a check or using a credit card or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Well, at the moment, I'm not up on it.
Why don't you have Denny call us on your phone?
And how would I do that? And
just have him call you, and then we'll stick the mic up to it. So
all right,
it's not
Denny,
going to be the best
if you want to do that, you
and
can.
Then maybe you can explain it to us.
It's 542-9157. If you would like to talk on the phone through the microphone onto the internet, you are welcome to. 542-9157. If you want to talk to us about something, feel free to call and be our first internet through the cell phone into the microphone onto the internet caller. Okay?
It's going to be
this
great.
This technology is too much for me. It's going to be great. So anyway, but we are here at Weller's Red Barn. A lot of people coming in. Kind of glad. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles here. So a lot of stuff to sell. Kind of glad. Moving merchandise. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Hi. We're doing good. So anyway, folks, if you want to stop down, we're here at Weller's Red Barn today. I better say what today is. What is today? The 26th of June, July?
It is the 26th of July, and Denny's phone battery is kaput for a while.
Denny. All right. Well, do you have any carrier pigeons? I can give the exact address of the property. So anyway, hey, look at that. There's a load of cantaloupes going by.
Oh, man, look at that, yeah.
That is a load, ain't it?
It is.
What was in the front boxes? I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, I wanted to let you know this is the last day of the Delaware State Fair 2014. We did not have a booth there this year. We're contemplating what we're going to do next year. I would like to have a booth, but I need it to be a little simpler. In other words, you know, like the flagpole people there. Oh, I should have mentioned the flagpole special. But the flagpole people there are the people we buy our flagpoles from. And we can give you a pretty good deal, maybe even a better deal. But I would like to have that booth.
You don't sell flagpoles there because of them.
Because of them, right. I mean, you know, in fairness to them, they're the ones that sell them to me.
Right, they shouldn't be selling them because you're there.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah, they might not give me as good a deal if I started selling flagpoles. But we can give you probably a better deal than what anybody else can on a flagpole. So we sell flagpoles. But next year at the fair, I'm trying to look for an idea of a booth that maybe, is not so labor intensive to open and close, to where just maybe one person could do it or something
Brandon
like that.
wants something.
Oh, he does?
What's up?
We are on the internet live. Why? What's wrong? What radio?
They wouldn't let us stay on there. They kicked us off the radio at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're off the radio. Yeah. Okay. He thinks we're out here talking to ourselves. So we are live on the internet with. It's okay. All right. But anyways, that was Brandon. He was just worried.
We switched stations.
Right.
We turned the dial. Can't you tune this just like a radio?
Right. We'll be logged into 97.7 next. So anyway, but the fair, I'm just debating what to do next year. But let me just recap. I'll tell you one more thing I got. We really have a help wanted position. Okay, we really need a counter person. So we're looking for somebody.
Now, what do they count?
They can. Well, they're going to count all the inventory eventually.
Okay.
But I guess it's called, you work the counter. People come in and say, how do I get to Jimmy's Grill? And then you give them directions to Jimmy's Grill. And they maybe want to buy something, a ball or a ball mount or a weed whacker or something like that. So anyway, Weller's in Bridgeville is looking for a salesperson / counter person. We want you to help stock the shelves and answer the phone and direct traffic.
Check that truck out.
Yep.
That was a box truck. They cut it. Do you see it?
Yep.
They cut.
That is really kind of intelligent.
That is.
Yeah. Wow.
They must have had something tall, real tall one day. They went and bought somewhere.
And just said, heck with it. I'm cutting it off.
They had a hacksaw with them.
Yeah. But that's a neat idea.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
that's
okay. Well, we need a counter person. So this is where you could send your resume to jim@wellers.com, or you could drop it off at the store. They really don't want you to give them a call. You could apply in person too. So, but we're looking for somebody upbeat, got to know how to run the computers and the credit card machine, or at least you have to be computer literate. In other words, we do interview some people and they say, I don't have a clue. And as terrible as that sounds, we just would have to pass. We need somebody that kind of from the first or second day they come to work, they can be productive and help us. So we also want somebody with a little bit of a sales ability, sales experience, because we want them in time to learn how to sell sheds and swing sets and carports and stuff like that. But we're going to just start them out in the showroom, but eventually they'll be an additional salesperson is what we want. So
I just noticed your
that.
glasses.
Oh, really?
They tint.
Yeah.
Their transitions or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm trying to. You're supposed to wear them and get used to them because they're them 3 different things.
Oh, they're not just reading glasses.
Right.
Okay.
And so, they're like, you got to start training your eyes. And trifocals. Yeah, trifocals. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Hi. So anyway, you're supposed to wear them every so often and try to get used to them. So that's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, it's kind of different. Because all I really feel I need them for is the reading. But I'll tell you what, when I'm driving, it does make it a lot better. I had no idea the speed limit was 55. All this time I thought it was 85. So anyway, so that's all of that. But I want to say also the corner in Lincoln. I have a lot of people asking me, what am I doing there?
What's going on there?
Well, I've paid for it. I mean, it's paid for in full. I won it at a sheriff's sale. But evidently when you buy something at a sheriff's sale, because it was back like on June 17th. Is when
somebody got a good deal on that.
Yep,
that's nice.
That is a bench made out of a cellular PVC material, and no rot, no rust, no peel. All the screws and nuts and bolts are stainless steel. We got them, and we also have folding Adirondack type chairs. So anyway, just a lot of different stuff here. It's amazing. But back to Weller's buying the corner in Lincoln. So this corner was a car lot. Has a little office trailer there. So we are going to possibly open up another trailer store and sell sheds and swing sets and carports and trailers there in Lincoln. But if somebody has an interest in renting it, I did have a lengthy conversation with a car dealer.
Wow.
Nice. And they actually said, Jim, do you realize from Burton's in Milford almost to Georgetown, there's Daisy's Used Cars.
Right.
There's nothing else. And I never thought about that.
Boulevard was there.
Boulevard was where?
But I guess they're kind of not right
well,
on
Daisy's
the highway.
is before that, but right. But,
oh, you mean used cars?
Right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I meant used cars, yes.
Okay.
So in the used car dealer world, you've got I.G. Burton's all the way on the other side of Milford.
Okay.
But as you start coming through Milford, on the outside of Milford,
right,
down through Lincoln,
right,
there's nothing.
Right.
You get all the way almost towards Georgetown, and on the right there's Daisy Used Cars.
Right. Then you got Boulevard down a little further.
Right, which
then
is now
First
actually
State
Preston.
Right, Preston has it now.
Right behind the rural farms, and then you go on down, and then you got First State Chevrolet.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought about that. But because you go down 13, and there's a whole lot of used car dealers.
Right.
But you go down 113, it's not quite that way. So anyway, I have somebody that is really talking to me about it, calculating how many cars they think they could put out there and stuff like that, and they're interested. So
can they stack the cars like you stack the trailers?
Maybe. It would be a little difficult. Yeah, I would stack the older models. I'd stack that hard tops. So anyway, yeah, maybe they'll be out there with a forklift stacking the cars. So, but anyway, I may put the corner for rent. So I've got that, and then I got the big red barn rented. I'm kind of excited about that. And we just have a lot going on. Wellers in Bridgeville has been busier than normal. We're selling a lot of sheds and a lot of carports. People say, what's a lot? Well, 2 or 3 a week. So that's a lot to us.
That's pretty good for carports.
Yeah, it really is. But a carport is only like $795 for like an 18 by 21 carport, a 2-car carport. And that includes delivered and set up to your yard.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of amazing.
Carport's not really an impulse buy either. They've heard about it. They're coming to you.
That's the same guy going back with no stuff on his trailer.
That was 2 times that he beeped.
That was.
Yeah.
What's that? That
he beeped
meant
3 times going that way.
That's right. 3 times is I'm headed to unload. I don't know. But anyway, so folks, you are listening to Jim and Colin Walls. Jim Weller, Colin Walls. I'm getting tired.
Your last name now.
So anyway,
okay,
and we are live on catchitlive.com, and we are looking for, what are we looking for? Customers. Here's 2 customers.
Here's 2 right here.
There's 2 right here. Yep, they're regulars. So I think they're going to buy the barn if my lease falls through.
Nice.
So anyway, we're having a good time here. We got a lot going on today. There's something going on at Crossroad Community Church.
Is there?
Yep, and it's an auction, and I believe it's from 9 to 1. So if anybody happens to be listening today, June 20, it's July 26th. July 26th, Crossroad Community Church is having a fundraiser auction from 9 to 1. So check that out, too. Colin, what else you got to talk about?
Well, I just want to real quickly talk about Eagle Glass Company real quick. This is my new business.
Eagle Glass Co.
Right, eagleglassco.com or eagleglasscompany.com. Right. I bought both of those domains.
Okay, both. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That was smart.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, it's my father-in-law, Tony Campanini, has been in the glass business for 20-something years.
He's really an expert at it, I would say.
Yeah, and I found out, you know the old saying, it's hard to beat a guy at his own craft or whatever.
You tried to outwit him.
Whatever. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I went with him to watch him, and then when I say watch, that's code word for I had to actually work. And get my hands dirty with a couple jobs. And man, have you ever been around somebody and you just, man, they know what they're doing.
It's his element.
He's
in his element.
He is in his element, and he knows what he's doing. And I just had to kind of stand back a little bit and get out of his way because I was in his way.
Right.
He just needed me to help him set it in because it was a big windshield.
Beyond that, you're a hindrance to him.
Beyond that, I am in the way.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Yep.
You're very fortunate because you know what you got. In other words, like some businesses, they get an employee and they don't know what they got.
Right, yeah.
And so on. You know what you got. Just same way with, your guys at the store.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You got more, I would call them seasoned, knowledgeable employees. You're very fortunate there.
Yeah, I am.
So,
I'm very happy. But anyway, windshields, anything like that, any glass that has to do with your car, we can.
So we got windshields. Now, what about the stone ship? I hear you talk about that every now and then. So, did you say if you can put a dollar bill, if a dollar bill covers it, or was
usually
it a silver dollar?
It's a dollar bill.
Okay.
So if there's a crack or any part comes out past,
so what do you
do? Bill,
what do you do?
Well, actually, Tony does it. It's called, the old school way we call it. There's a new way to do it that it's a machine that's automatic. It injects it in the morning. It injects resin in there.
Okay, so
it forces
the crack
it in.
is like a hole inside the glass, I guess.
Right.
Okay, and so somehow you take some kind of resin and you're going to force it into that glass to fill that crack.
Right.
So it makes it not look like a crack.
Well, here's the thing. It's not for cosmetic reasons. You don't refill the chip for cosmetic
to
reasons.
Make the vehicle
make it
prettier.
Look better.
Okay.
You do it for structural because that windshield is actually a structural part of the vehicle. If you're in an accident, that windshield in there helps keep the car together, and it's designed to.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Okay.
He's the expert on it. Tony could really explain it to you. But it is designed to.
So the point might be that a crack's not going to stop cracking.
Right. So here's the thing. With the new style that a lot of people are using, they do it because it's fully automatic. It takes less brain power. You don't have to have as much experience.
Okay.
They stick it on there. It forces the resin in. Then all of a sudden you got a crack running. The old way to do it is to actually drill it out. And I liken it to if you have blacktop out here, what do you do? If you've got a hole in there, you square the hole up first. You clean it up. You square the hole up. Then you put your patch in. This is the same thing. You drill the hole. You clean the edges up. And then you put your resin in. And it's done by hand. Tony does it by hand. And then if he sees that the crack is going to start running, he can stop. So that's always a possibility when you do the chip repair is that because you're forcing this resin into there, you can make the crack run. But
you may not believe this.
What?
I used to do that.
Did you?
I have a kit around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It even came with a little black light.
Really? The UV light? Yeah.
Yep. In other words, it had these little suction cups, and it had this little screw thing.
Yep.
And you would put this stuff in there because if you drilled too far, you would hit the plastic in the center of the windshield.
Okay.
So years and years ago, I had this little kit. I remember. Wow.
You look for a job?
No, not really,
No,
because I never got it perfected.
Okay.
In other words, I never had the patience. I think sometimes I hit the plastic with a little drill thing. But I'm going to find that and show it to you sometime.
Okay.
But that was years ago. So anyway, so we can do a stone chip. Okay, but let's say somebody just doesn't have time to bring the car. Can you go to a person's house?
Yeah, we can go to their house. Yep.
Okay, or if they're at work all day long or something like that. Okay, so
the car needs to sit for a while afterwards. I mean, you don't want to jump right in the car right away.
Take off. Okay.
Right. So it's not something where you really want to come and wait for it at our shop
and then drive off.
Shops, right, and then drive off. So you either need to bring it to us and leave it with us for a while.
Okay.
We do have some urethane, which is actually what holds the window in, that sets up really fast. We got to heat it up and everything. It sets up really fast. You still don't want to drive it away.
Okay.
Like as soon as we get done, you don't want to drive it away. It still needs to sit for.
So they could bring it to your shop in Milford. Now, also, you got one up in Little Creek?
Little Creek, yeah, it's in Dover. Yeah, Dover address, Little Creek. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you have a shop there. You have the one in Milford. Then also you're saying you go to people. So how far, would you go to Georgetown?
Yeah, anywhere, Kent or Sussex, and we even go up into Newcastle.
Really?
Because we're based out of Dover.
Okay. Now, also, you know how all these new vehicles got these mirrors that retract and all this, and they so on. But
and
what
sometimes
happens?
Jack Riddle, some people, some bankers
run into something
with their mirror, and they pop it out and bust the motor, and we can even replace the motor in it.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much, if you're not sure if you can do it or can't do it, just call.
Right. Exactly.
What was the number?
736-8441. 736-8441.
Okay. And it's Eagle Glass Company.
Right.
And it's you and your father-in-law.
Yep.
He does all the work. And you stay out of the way.
We're doing a Jorlin bus. There's great big windshields. Yeah.
Is that one windshield from left to right?
It's two.
Two
separate ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they're huge.
Yeah.
Take care. We'll see you.
See y'all. Take care.
You got a nice little air compressor.
He did. It's brand new. The only thing that was wrong is the top was cracked. It's a $100 air compressor.
Just the plastic
Just
shroud.
the plastic, right. So it's a $100 air compressor. He probably got 30% off of $35.
Wait a minute. It was a $100 air compressor. You
We sell them at Bridgeville for $100.
Right. You had it marked down to $35.
Because the top part was cracked.
Right. And then he probably got 30%.
He definitely got
off of
30%.
That.
Yeah. To give you an example. So it's an air compressor that we sell at Bridgeville for $100.
Okay.
It's brand new. Even the little hose was all still wrapped in. Okay. All that was wrong with it was in shipping. The top part got cracked, the plastic. So the company and I made a deal. And then we brought it here, put it in here for $35. Once we decided to reduce everything because we're closing, then that would be 30% off of that. So that's $10.50 off of $35. You're getting down there.
That's pretty good.
That's real good. So So I'm sure he's going to be happy with that purchase. So that was just an example of something we got here and how it got here. I think he's headed to Bridgeville to get his new trailer. I'm not sure. But anyway, so we are at Weller's Red Barn. So the windshield and the Jurlin buses, you're doing them.
Mm-hmm.
And then mirrors. Yeah. And we talked earlier when we were on the radio, but the inside mirror on a vehicle, you'll do that.
Right, yep.
Okay, because that's, I don't know, I had one boy, I could not get that thing. I ended up having to deal with a glass company, to be honest with you. So, all right. And side windows, whether it's broken or whether it won't go up or down or not.
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of important.
Mm-hmm, it is.
And that's about it.
That's
Anything
about it.
Glass, right?
Yep, that's it. We can move on and talk about whatever you want to talk about now.
Well, you got that. You got your service center, and you got Bring Me Gas.
Mm-hmm.
What's next on your agenda? And you got Sports on Delmarva.
Right, Sports on Delmarva. That starts September 5th is our first game. It's Milford at Cape Henlopen.
Who would somebody call if they were listening and said, well, I might want to sponsor something? We have found, I think you have found, that people, man, look at these birds going crazy.
They are.
They are, aren't they? What do they call it? Barn swallows.
Barn swallows.
All right. Well, anyway, folks, if you got anything you want to tell us, send me a direct message on Facebook. I'm Jim Weller. Feel free to text me at Jim. Oh, golly day. Send me a direct message on Facebook if you are watching or listening and you have a question.
Betsy Weathersby just...
is she watching, Betsy?
I don't know if she's watching now. This was a little while ago.
I missed
She
her.
said she almost called to order a pizza, but just couldn't bring herself to prank him.
Well, Betsy, call him and see if your prescription's ready. Do that.
Can I mention a good friend of mine, my best friend, Clint Holman? His grandfather died this past week.
Oh.
Elmer Ennis, very well known in the Ellendale area.
Ellendale
he was
man.
89 years old. This man.
And all he did was serve the community.
Oh, my gosh. World War II veteran, life member of Ellendale Fire Company, life member of Ellendale United Methodist Church, lifetime charter member of Ellendale Georgetown VFW, 36 years at DuPont.
Gosh.
68 consecutive years he served the Ellendale Fire Company. Spent
Really?
20 years on the Ellendale Town Council. He was a school board member, and he just has awards and awards and awards for stuff to do with the fire company and lots of different things. I mean, this guy was all about the community.
He was a mover and a shaker and a community servant.
Yeah, he was definitely a servant of his community. So they had a really nice funeral for him in Ellendale. They shut Route 16 down on a Friday afternoon.
Really?
For this, yeah, this is a pretty big deal. And there's a picture right there. They had the flag up over right in front of.
Okay.
Yeah, right in front of the
Wow.
fire hall there. So it was really nice, and there was a lot of people there. And it was.
He was a good guy.
He really was. Really, really was.
And, you don't see a lot of that anymore. In other words, people being that involved and, serving their community. I mean, it's kind of a legacy going away.
Yeah, 68 years, consecutive years in the Ellendale Fire Company. Actually, I think it was his father was one of the founding members of the Ellendale Fire
Really?
Company. Yeah, yep.
And now Ellendale has opened up a substation up in Lincoln.
Right, yep.
And he played a role in all of that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Colin, I think I am about done.
Me too.
Did I get any texts? Nope. Folks, any last communications with us, you could send me a direct message on Facebook right now, or you can text me at 542-9157, 542-9157. Other than that, we're going to wrap up here in a couple of minutes, but I've had a good time. Thank you for helping me with my radio show. And this is Catch It Live, something that we do every now and then, and I think we're contemplating maybe doing something one night a week or something like that, figuring out what else to get into. So
we're going to do a satellite radio show or something.
Yeah.
Satellite radio,
so, XM, yeah. Get our own channel, W&W. So anyway, anything else, Colin?
No, I think that's
it. Are you glad the fair's done?
I went one time, and it was good. I enjoyed it, and that's. I would have liked to go on one more time.
You got today.
Yeah, I've got stuff I need to do.
All right, folks, we're going to sign off, you say?
Yep, we are.
So you've been listening to Jim Weller and Colin Walls. This is Catch It Live. And maybe, tell your friends about us, share it. if you ever have anything you want us to get involved with you on, just let us know. So other than that, enjoy the weekend. God bless you, and I'll see you, next week, Colin?
Next week, yep.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.